¿Qué pasó, you guys? In today's video, I'm gonna talk about the biggest regrets of coworkers I work with that are in their middle age years, like their late 30s, their 40s, their 50s, because they want to teach the young generation to not do what they did. They want to teach the generation that, hey, you should learn from the mistakes of others. Don't do what I did. I'm in a tough spot right now. And that's what I want to talk about. The first thing is your 20s. Your 20s, you have more energy, so that means you can do more overtime. That means you can save your money, invest it early, and if you invest your money early, your older self in their 50s, 60s, 70s, whatever, is gonna thank you because they're gonna have a bigger nest egg to handle the higher health costs that they're gonna have because they're not gonna have as much energy and they're gonna gradually wear down. So your future self will thank you if you start investing in your 20s. Now, of course, your income is lower, so you're not able to invest as much. But fortunately, you can live with your parents, you can live with roommates, you got options, and then you can save your money, invest it, and you can have a more comfortable retirement. And that's the first thing that all the OGs at my job are talking about. Focus on retirement early in your 20s and your 30s. Now that's the second point I want to talk about. When people hit their 30s, they settle down with the first woman that gives them attention, and then they have kids, and then their income may be higher, right? Like they may be making more money in their 30s and their 40s, but the problem is they're spending most of that money because they're trying to fulfill the American dream that has been pushed upon them. And my dad got into that trap. So my dad got the American dream because his mom wanted to, my mom wanted him to, and he had me, my little brother, he had a mortgage, he went on a bunch of vacations with us, took us on trips. But the problem is I barely saw him because he had to work a bunch of overtime to pay all the bills. In his 30s, he was making more income, yes, but he was spending most of his money. He was always bad with money because of all the bills and obligations he added into his life. He immigrated to this country at 21, and he had me at 25. And from there, it just got worse. And my mom ended up divorcing him because he did stupid shit. But my point, in your 30s, you will have higher income, but the problem is most people settle down with someone and they spend most of that income. So you should still delay having children, delay getting into that quote-unquote American dream as long as possible, because you can invest your money in your 20s and your 30s so you can have an easier retirement and a bigger nest egg for when you're older. And those are the two main points that the OGs at my job talk about because they see like they're in a fucked up position now. Like, for example, my dad, my mom took most of the house. He doesn't have much in retirement because he was bad with money, spent most of his money when he was raising us. So his only option is to retire in El Salvador. That's his only option. He can't retire in America. So the good thing about that is that in El Salvador, the president is taking out the gang members and he's making the country a lot safer, and it's good. He can retire in El Salvador. But for me, if I had to retire outside of America and go to El Salvador, I wouldn't retire there and live like a king and live comfortably because I give a crap about the culture, the language, the people. I honestly don't care. I honestly don't care about that. The priority for me in that retirement would have a comfortable place where the healthcare is a lot cheaper and I can live like very comfortably, to the point where if I want to do something on a whim, if I want to do something spontaneously, I can do that last minute and just spend the money. If I have the money, I can just spend it. That's my point. Like, America is just going to become a country where you work. Like, let's say you don't want to, you don't even know what business you want to start, right? Like, like me, I don't know what business I want to start, right? So I use America as a place where I work my butt off. I, do overtime, do whatever, progress in the company, just naturally see where opportunities take me and start investing in my retirement early. So where when I hit my 50s, hey, I don't have kids, I don't got no obligations, so I can just retire early. Just that's what I'm talking about. And then at that point, you got the option to go outside of America, find a place that doesn't have too hot weather, because that's the problem. Cheap countries, cheap places, most of them, they're hot and humid. There's only a few pockets in the world where it's cheaper and affordable than America, where it has like Mediterranean type weather, like it's not too hot. There's only a few pockets in the world where I can see that, and in the future I want to visit these places and see if they're a viable place to retire. But I want to conclude this video by saying that people at your job, like say you're at a company and these guys are telling you don't have kids too young, don't settle down with someone too young, don't waste your money in your 20s, invest money now, even if it's like $500 a month, whatever. Just do it for practice sake, do it early, and then when you hit your 30s, have higher income, give up that idea of the American dream, focus on what dream that you want that isn't in comparison to that. And then if you invest your money in your 20s and your 30s, you'll have enough to where you can retire comfortably in another country. Boom. That's my point in this video. That is the point. Now, these people have regrets. I talked about the regrets, and I talked about how we can solve that and what options we could have when we hit our older years to where we can live as free as possible, to where we're not enslaved by higher bills like we are in this country, in America. Now, America, like I said, I'm grateful that it's a good place to work, do my overtime, gradually progress in the company, invest my money. I'm grateful for that. But like I said, to retire, I'm going to say this again, to retire and you want to do it really comfortably, you don't have no worries in the world, I recommend another country. And I don't have the knowledge, like I say, oh, I've been here and I recommend this place. Like, I don't have that knowledge yet. But once I have that knowledge, I will push that upon you guys and see what I can provide on this space, because I noticed like I haven't posted that much. But that's the type of stuff I want to talk about, to live that life where we feel more nomadic and more free in our life. So I hope this video helps you in any way. Love you guys. God bless you. And hope to see you soon.